What is up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. With me today, I have Mr. Trey, aka T-Bone from Stones Live, from the famous, scandalous hand-switching hand.
What?
Oh, the graphics are wrong?
Dude, don't ruin my highlight.
Unbelievable.
Oh, the graphics are wrong.
Does he have 8.9? Taylor, does he have 8.9?
Don't even tell me the graphics are wrong. I'm so much happier if the graphics are right here.
Mike has
All he said is the graphics are wrong, and he says Mike has
Mike
a what?
has it.
Mike has 6'9"? No.
What? Help. What do they have?
Tell me they have the same hands, but they're just reversed. It's still cool. Anybody? Bueller? Mike has what?
Mike has 8.9.
Mike has 8'9". Oh, shit.
Mike just has the nuts.
Even when the graphics are wrong, Mike still wins.
What is up, Trey? Welcome to the show.
How's it going? Good to be here.
Yes, thank you so much for coming. I've been super excited to talk to you because your hand was like one of the top 10 biggest Mike Postle scandal hands. I mean, like we have hours and hours of footage of him cheating, but your hand made it up there as one of the top 10 worst cheating hands. And I was like dying to get a hold of you, to interview you, to hear what happened on the inside.
Isn't there like a better Jewish term for that, though?
What then amen?
I don't know.
L'chaim.
L'chaim. I thought that was like cheers, salute.
This is so sad. Oh, they're the
So let's start off with who you are. You play poker professionally in the Bay Area.
Right.
And you're typically at Bay 101 and Matrix, kind of where I go to.
Yeah, I'm all over the place.
You're all over the place.
Yeah, I like to mix it up, play different places.
You play PLO and Hold'em and...
Yeah, both.
Hashtag standard.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into it because I feel like everyone wants to hear from you. So let's break down the hand and like interrupt me at any point. Let's talk about what happened. So you start off in the hijack with a 9-6 of clubs. So it's a 5-5-10. Harlan's in the straddle. You open to 40.
Yeah.
And Mike Postle just calls. So pre-flop, nothing too crazy. Can I ask you if you noticed a lot of crotch staring?
If you rewatch the stream, this hand in particular, he's literally like pre-flop, he's looking down. Like a lot of people have their phones on the table. I have my phone on the table. Azan had his phone on the table. So like it's weird to just have your phone in your lap. And at the beginning of this hand, he's staring straight down. Like pre-flop, even on the flop, he's still like face and crotch. If you rewatch the stream, it's one of the most like crotch staring kind of hands that happens.
So did you notice while you were playing with him?
I mean, I noticed he was on the phone, which when I rewatched the stream later and they corrected the graphics, I didn't think it was weird that because if he had exactly 9-8 of spades, like they changed it to, like this guy, he's 100% check raising that hand on the flop. He's not gonna like check call and then like check raise turn. I don't think so.
So long. He's like, how long have you had this where it expired 2 years ago? Because you must have had it like 10 years before then.
You bought like a pack of Dinty Moore beef stew at Costco, and you ate like one of them and never touched the rest.
Just because I successfully prepped for Y2K doesn't mean that my shit should go bad. Is anything happening here? We got a straight draw for Postle, which he can't possibly ever miss. T-Bone's betting with also a straight draw.
The flop, I bet 100 into 125 or whatever. Postle calls and Harlan folds. The turn, Postle checks, and I bet like 360 or 365 or something.
The
and
graphics said 225 on the turn.
And the guy with the real equity gets out, and now on the turn, Postle adds to his straight outs. T-Bone's still with the best of it, but he just has 9 high. He bets, and is Postle folding here? No way. See, now this is the type of thing where Postle like calls and either gets there or something. So there's no freaking way he's folding, and not only is he not folding, he's raising. And this is one of those things where I know a lot of people would be like, well, what hand are we repping here if we raise? What are we trying to say? We flopped a set of threes, blah, blah, blah. I mean, you know, you're right that it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but people are just like, I don't know where I'm at, and I don't really know what to do.
And then you just call.
Yeah, because we turn more outs. Like on the flop, we have a gutter and a backdoor flush draw. That's that's enough. And on the turn, we turn a double gutter. So now that's a good turn to keep betting, I think.
Yeah, the 8 of diamonds on the turn.
Yeah.
So,
No worries.
so the river is a jack of hearts.
Yeah.
Mike leads for 855.
Right.
He bricks off. 9 high is good, but obviously you can never. Escrow 2012, thanks for the follow on Twitch, brother. We appreciate it, and you're just in time to see Mike Jesus Postle make a terrific bluff. And of course, I mean, it's,
$1,500, and we end up on the river with 8 high versus 9 high, and this will work all
This is
day.
perfect. This is textbook Stones Live here. 8 high versus 9 high, and there's like thousands of dollars in the pot. And now,
and guys, if T-Bone somehow finds some miracle ship, it's never going to happen. He's just going to fold.
We're going to hear the Casey Zena echoing through the canyon walls.
This would be the shot heard around the world.
It would be the shove of the century.
It couldn't ever happen.
He can't do it.
I can't do it. I can see the cards. I can't.
I fold.
You go 2.4.
Yes. And I leave myself with like scraps behind because I feel like in some cases it looks stronger than just going all in. Like when you go all in, it kind of looks a bit more like a bluff than if you leave like a few hundred behind. Like that, to me, that looks pretty strong. I think a lot of people might agree with that, but
yeah, I still fold.
I'm looking at the cards. No, don't. Oh my God, please. For the love of everything ever, please.
Can he ever?
No way. No, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
How in the world? And
I am a T-Bone fangirl for life if this happens.
It's a value shove. He has the best hand.
No way. Oh my God. No. What?
I kind of think now, to be results oriented, your only way of winning that hand was to go all in there.
Yeah, of course. Then we wouldn't have a huge break in the case right here. That kind of
yeah.
If he is cheating, this proves that like he wasn't doing it alone. I think.
Yeah, we will go into that in a minute. So then Mike goes all in, and then you end up folding.
Yeah.
And
let's talk about the all in for a second. So like, when someone does this to you on the river, like say he had 9-8, he has the nuts, and he's getting raised on the river, and I had like 500 behind or 700 behind or something small like that. Why does he need to like tank for a full minute, do all the reverse tells, like grabbing his neck, like, I thought he was gonna like call or fold or something. When he's doing the reverse tells and then he goes all in, I thought that was like very bizarre, because like I have a few hundred behind. Like if I'm calling, I'm calling. There's no need to like Hollywood. So I thought that was strange.
What?
Oh, the graphics are wrong?
Dude, don't ruin my highlight.
Unbelievable.
Oh, the graphics are wrong.
Does he have 8-9? Taylor, does he have 8-9?
Don't even tell me the graphics are wrong. I'm so much happier if the graphics are right here.
Mike has
All he said is the graphics are wrong, and he says Mike has
Mike has it.
Mike has 6-9? No.
Help. What do they have?
Tell me they have the same hands, but they're just reversed. It's still cool. Anybody? Bueller? Mike has what?
Mike has 8-9.
Mike has 8-9. Oh, shit.
Mike just has the nuts.
Even when the graphics are wrong, Mike still wins. How?
So T-Bone's hand is correct? He's bluffing here? This is just a fantastic bluff by T-Bone. I hear that Mike has 8-9, but I love this bluff. Why can't Mike have 8-6?
Why? Can we just give T-Bone the money? I want T-Bone to get
Mike
the money.
is like, what do I do with the nuts?
Mike Postle's the Chuck Norris of poker. Amen, brother. I'm not even a religious man, but we're going to just drop a solid amen to that.
I am a religious man, and amen.
God. Isn't there like a better Jewish term for that, though?
What than amen?
I don't know.
L'chaim.
L'chaim. I thought that was like cheers, salute.
This is so sad. Oh, they're the
There was something that you had brought up either through texting or your friends have brought up to me that you saw him muck and you saw a peek of his card or card flipped over.
So I didn't know a card wasn't flipped over, but like, you know how some people will muck at like an angle and you can kind of see like one card. I saw a diamond. So he mucked at an angle. I saw a diamond, and obviously I didn't see the stream until later that they like corrected his hand and stuff. And even then I was like, I thought it was weird, because if it was possible to make a mistake once, it's possible to make a mistake twice as far as the graphics go at the time, because I didn't know that what Ryan Feldman and Matt Berkey said regarding RFID graphics in streaming. It's not possible for that mistake to be made once. That would be happening like over the course of the entire stream. So the whole graphic correction thing is just like some
So
kind of
I'll
weird
tell
anomaly.
you, that's true, because when I first started doing commentary before all the cheating, if we had one card that wasn't reading or was reading incorrectly, it would read incorrectly every single time. And we actually had to shut down the game, and we had to
recalibrate or something.
Recalibrate. There we go. So yeah, I mean, I used to see that when the stream first started, and it was funny to me that they had to change the cards when you're not thinking that they're cheating. So that's really interesting that you saw a diamond. So did you at any point after rewatching that think that something was going on?
Honestly, no, because I didn't think it was possible to get cheated like in a casino surrounded by so many cameras on a stream that's like going into an archive that everyone will have access to. It wasn't even in the back of my mind that I could be getting cheated, honestly. Like the guy Postle was owning me like on a regular basis, which led me to play this hand in this exact way. Actually, like I was sick of the abuse. I was trying to make a move on this guy because I kept constantly getting owned. I think this was maybe our second or third session, and that was like the first. I'd never played in Sacramento before. Like this happened almost exactly a year ago, and I was just like, man, this guy's got my number, and I'm gonna keep battling him. And that was not the right thing to do if someone knows your cards.
Yeah, and there was a guy apparently that was in the chat a lot who said he like studied Postle for 6 months to try to beat him, and he was adjusting his play and everything.
Wow.
Did you notice that Postle was never calling on the river? Like it was almost a sign that he just like never called or never like jammed into the nuts. But like,
yeah.
Calling is a big way where you can tell someone isn't cheating because occasionally they'll lose.
Right. Yeah, I didn't really notice in game, but like afterwards when everything was coming out and I was watching some of the streams and all the in-game coverage and stuff, I did notice that a little bit, but at the time it didn't really occur to me.
Yeah, a lot of people were asking me like, hey, did you notice that Mike was like constantly looking down at his crotch? And I'm like, well, there's so much going on in a game. Plus I'm in hands. It's hard to see, but looking at the footage after when you're not in the game and you're just able to stare at him, it's really obvious. You played with Mike off stream, you told me.
No, I've never played with Mike off stream. That was another thing that kind of made me like at first when I heard about the cheating allegations, I didn't believe it like right away, you know. I just thought it was maybe coincidental. But when I thought back about it, I've seen him leave some like 10 out of 10 stream games, like just because cameras off and RFID cards go in the box and we switch to real cards. Like the game is still lit. Like I wouldn't be quitting this game. No one in their right mind would be quitting some of these games. So it was weird that like right when the cameras were off, he would just leave. I thought that was weird. And I haven't played a ton in Sacramento, maybe like a couple hundred hours, but I never saw him once play off stream.
Okay, so you haven't seen him off stream.
No.
So you did say you saw him leave. Did you ever see him have a losing session?
You know, I wasn't like going out of my way to keep track of his winning sessions, but definitely the first time I played with him, he was having a massive session where he made like 12 or 15K or something. And I got there at the very end of the stream and the game was lit. And like right when the cameras went off, he left. I was like, okay, that's weird. Because the game he left was insane. I think that was a 5, 10, 20 game or something. So it was, I don't know why you want to leave a game like that, but it's a little bit weird.
Yeah, he did once he started cheating more. He was just playing 3 days a week on stream, and then those were the only hours he put in. In that hand that you were in, back to your hand, the commentary was putting up that meme of Mike Jesus Postle and just talking about how I think right on the flop they're saying, well, you know, it's okay, Mike's not going to lose this hand.
We got a straight draw for Postle, which he can't possibly ever miss.
Then they're always like making Mike sound to be above everybody else. What were your thoughts on the actual commentary?
At the time I just thought it was kind of like he's the hometown hero, or he just like is always on the stream. Like I never watched a Stones live stream before I played on it. I was just at Stones. I saw they were streaming. I was like, that looks fun. I'll try it. And so I didn't like go there planning to play it or anything like that. So I never watched one. I'd never seen one. I didn't know who this guy was. And but I mean, they hype him up like he's a legend. So I assumed he had been around for a while, but I didn't know the specifics.
So that's one of the things that used to bother me when I did commentary, is that the hype of being a legend is fine, but even the best poker players I know who are studying constantly still have losing days, still occasionally bet into the nuts on the river, still occasionally call and lose.
Right.
Like, a lot of these things he didn't have, these patterns. I always talk about it whenever I spoke to him. It didn't sound like he understood poker, and he couldn't cognitively connect how he was playing to what he said. And then when they brought him in the booth, it was like an embarrassment, I thought, for him, because it was ridiculous. There was no making sense of his like amazing plays. Like there was this hidden genius somewhere inside that none of us could find, because there wasn't any. Let's talk about Justin. While you were playing, did you notice that Justin was watching the stream, or did you notice what Justin was doing? Was he there while you were playing?
I mean, aside from running the stream, I assume he still had some other managerial tasks he needed to do. So I would see him like pop in and out. I've seen him like talk to Mike away from the table before. I've seen him bring everyone like alcohol to like induce like a good game. I've seen him just like behind the desk, and he's like watching the stream, and like he's in the chat, like talking to the viewers on Twitch and stuff like that. So I've seen all of that stuff. And my original impression of Justin was like someone who's like passionate about poker, and kind of like one of those fledgling, like still learning poker kind of phases, and that he was like trustworthy. But then when I heard Berkey and Christian say that he told them there's no phones on stream because they had an issue, or someone else had an issue, and they were trying to like stay ahead of the game, and like basically he just lied to them about like why there's no phones. And I thought that was like really weird. And if someone is capable of lying like about something like that, then like who knows what else like is true or false, so
right.
Like, I honestly don't know.
I was there. I was doing commentary in that game, and he told Christian Soto on during the game, like at the table where they were playing, we've taken phones away because of stuff that has happened on other streams. But when he came into the booth, when Berkey and I were there, it was, we heard complaints. There were complaints, so we just want to keep everybody assured that there's nothing going on, and so no one's allowed to have cell phones. And the cell phone policy changed every other week, apparently. So, right. That was unfortunate. Just as a closing, what are your thoughts on Stones Live and just live streams in general? Like now that we've all recovered from this like massive scandal, and you being directly involved, what are your thoughts about all of it?
I like streams. I like it kind of gives the average person the ability to be able to give themselves that, like, I played poker on TV kind of experience. You don't have to be a pro to play on a live stream. That's why Live at the Bike is so popular. That's why people liked the Stone stream. So I like the idea of streams. This doesn't like make me think that I will never want to get on a stream again, but it's fun. I didn't know that it was possible to somehow grab RFID technology and like figure out what people's cards were. That was never something that crossed my mind. So
yeah, I mean, cheating was not like, I honestly didn't think Justin at all was involved. Now, I mean, obviously now I do. I just think it would be like a 007, like MacGyver kind of like, you know, if it was just Mike tapping into the system, you know, and he's got like a van outside. I think it was just like Justin had the live stream available to him in real time, and he was sending the information to Mike. And I think the way he sent it to him changed over time. So
yeah, for sure.
It's definitely easier if the person who's receiving the information is getting it from the inside, from a person working. So
right.
Well, Mr. Trey, aka T-Bone, thank you so much for doing this interview. Hopefully I will see you at Bay or Matrix, since we're both Baydestrians.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
Sorry, I'm a cornball. Well, you have a good night, and thank you so much.
Yeah, you as well. Thank you.
He was just showing me that canned goods actually have an expiration date. It's true, because apparently I've had canned goods in my friggin' pantry for so long. He's like, how long have you had this where it expired 2 years ago? Because you must have had it like 10 years before then.
You bought like a pack of Dinty Moore beef stew at Costco, and you ate like one of them and never touched the rest.
Just because I successfully prepped for Y2K doesn't mean that my shit should go bad.
Is anything happening here? We got a straight draw for Postle, which he can't possibly ever miss. T-Bone's betting with also a straight draw and a backdoor flush draw. And the guy with the real equity gets out. And now on the turn, Postle adds to his straight outs. T-Bone's still with the best of it, but he just has 9 high. He bets, and is Postle folding here? No way. See, now this is the type of thing where Postle like calls and either gets there or something. So there's no freaking way he's folding. And not only is he not folding, he's raising. And this is one of those things where I know a lot of people would be like, well, what hand are we repping here if we raise? What are we trying to say? We flopped a set of 3s, blah, blah, blah. I mean, you know, you're right that it doesn't really make a lot of sense. But people are just like, I don't know where I'm at, and I don't really know what to do. Fold, but T-Bone has a 2-way straight draw and calls. He bricks off. 9 high is good, but obviously you can never. Escrow 2012, thanks for the follow on Twitch, brother. We appreciate it, and you're just in time to see Mike Jesus Postle make a terrific bluff. And of course, I mean, it's, you know,
$1,500, and we end up on the river with 8 high versus 9 high, and this will work all
This is
day.
perfect. This is textbook Stones live here. 8 high versus 9 high, and there's like thousands of dollars in the pot. And now,
guys, if T-Bone somehow finds some miracle ship, it's never going to happen. He's just going to fold.
We're going to hear the Casey Zena echoing through the canyon walls.
This would be the shot heard around the
world. It would be the shove of the century.
It couldn't ever happen.
He can't do it.
I can't do it. I can see the cards. I can't do it.
I fold. Yeah, I still fold.
I'm looking at the cards. No, don't. Oh, my God, please. For the love of everything ever, please.
Can he ever?
No way. No, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
How in the world? And
I mean, like, I'm a T-Bone fangirl for life if this happens.
It's a value shove. He has the best hand.
No way. No. Oh my God. No. What? What?
Oh, the graphics are wrong?
Dude, don't ruin my highlight.
Unbelievable.
Oh, the graphics are wrong.
Does he have 8-9? Taylor, does he have 8-9?
Don't even tell me the graphics are wrong. I'm so much happier if the graphics are right here.
Mike has
All he said is the graphics are wrong, and he says Mike has
Mike has it.
Mike has 6-9? No.
What? Help. What do they have?
Tell me they have the same hands, but they're just reversed. It's still cool. Anybody? Bueller? Mike has what?
Mike has 8-9.
Mike has 8-9. Oh, shit.
Mike just has the nuts.
Even when the graphics are wrong, Mike still wins. How?
So T-Bone's hand is correct? He's bluffing here? This is just a fantastic bluff by T-Bone. I hear that Mike has 8-9, but I love this bluff. Why can't Mike have 8-6?
Why? Can we just give T-Bone the money? I want T-Bone to get
Mike
the money.
is like, what do I do with the nuts?
Mike Postle's the Chuck Norris of poker. Amen, brother. I'm not even a religious man, but we're going to just drop a solid amen to that.
I am a religious man, and amen.
God. Isn't there like a better Jewish term for that, though?
What, than amen?
I don't know.
L'chaim.
L'chaim. I thought that was like cheers, salute.
This is so sad. Oh, they're the
8-9 is spades? No wonder he's going
Oh,
nowhere.
my God. Oh my God!
Only Mike flops 8-9 of spades. Good God, man. Postle bluffed the graphics.
What can you say? I mean, the guy can see his opponent's cards right now.